Hi everyone, Tahomata1888 doing this time a LEGO comic book hero review, this time with Marvel's superheroes, the Avengers. First one up is Captain America's Avenging Cycle. It's 5 to 12-year-olds, product number is 6865, and it's a picture of Captain America trying to get his cycle from those alien army that Loki has led. Of course, you guys saw the Avenger, you know what the story is about. And you can see he tosses a shield at one of the aliens' crafts. And there's a picture of the minifig versions of the Marvel characters of Captain America, Iron Man, the Incredible Hulk, and Thor. And it says the Avengers, which they never use that in the actual film title, as you guys saw as you guys watched the film. The way it introduced the title in the intro of the film. But of course, we have that. As you can see, we have actual versions of the Avengers, and the top part has Captain America saying actual size of minifig, and different languages saying the product name, Captain America's Avenging Cycle, and another picture of him, and another picture depicted on the front. The back has Captain America drawing off a cycle, fighting the alien army, another picture of the actual versionized minifigs, and it shows the idea that you can do what Captain America did in his first draft, Captain America, the first Avenger, where he can block things with shield, and those little missile things introduced in Toy Story, which was introduced in LEGO Toy Story, which I don't see as the best idea, which of course everyone might have their own opinions. So we're taking a look inside. So we're taking a look at the whole box. Of course, here's this. Now we'll take a look inside. It's already open, so we have plastic packets having parts to build them up, and the stickers. So let's take a look. We opened it up, we put out the parts. We'll separate these into a group of parts so that way it's easy enough, just like we did with most LEGO sets. Just like most of the reviews of LEGO we've done before, I'm sure we could do it again on this, because that way it's easy enough to assemble them in a group of parts. Parts which we might go over is technically once we assemble them up. We have the basic torso body parts for the alien army, for Loki's alien army, right here, so we could have an alien army. And of course, the one and the only first Avenger from the past, from a distant past, now evolved to the present, Captain America, along with a shield with a star symbol on it. And something I haven't seen before in LEGO are these type of blade-like things, which might be used for the alien armies. These crafts to take down an enemy. This part, I guess, I'm betting is the motorcycle to Captain America. The wheels, which might be for the motorcycle. We have these little flattened out but round shaped parts as you might saw in LEGO before, which kind of look like they kind of wobble around when you try to balance on a LEGO studded floor piece. And we have these 4 studded LEGO thin brick parts. And these parts right here, and this, which has kind of the circle pin parts there, and we have this golden piece, and we have this. So technically that's pretty much the whole part, and of course these things, which I don't see as the best weapon idea in LEGO, for LEGO minifig wise. But we take a look at the whole parts. Of course the instructions, it has the same front. First they're building up the minifigs, then building up their weapons, then building up the whole cycle, and then the hovercrafts. And labeling the parts. Of course LEGO Club. We did this thing I never saw before, because this is the first comic book thing I've got. you can sign Lego Club to join the Marvel storyline. And of course, the Avengers has like a comic. It looks kind of like a comic book, but no speech bubbles for characters talking. My guess is that the illustrators of Marvel Comics are the one who did this. And of course, we still have this since 2010. That back picture. Let's take a look what the characters look like. And here we have it. Let's talk about the villain crafts first. This type of thing doesn't look like it's a hovercraft. It just looks like some kind of defense system they built. And this is how you fire. It's kind of comparable to a Kodak blaster. Instead, it doesn't aim accurately. See what I mean? It doesn't. These flick guns don't work well. So guns and minifig-wise are not the best. And second of all, they won't aim to the direction you wanted it to go. And see what I mean? This piece got torn. And see what I mean? This piece got torn out when it comes to this. When you want to fire the ammo in this. And there it is. It doesn't aim. It doesn't fire well. And this guy on this kind of looks, this thing, the way they built the gear, the mechanism things, where it goes like, you can bend it like this. Kind of reminds me of that Green Goblin glider that we had in the Lego Spider-Man series back in like 2002. Because they did this with Lego Spider-Man back in 2002, and the Green Goblin's glider. The one where it had the set with the Green Goblin and attacking Mary Jane with 2 lampposts. That's the set I'm on about. So that's what the thing's kind of comfortable of, except for the flick gun piece, though. It's very complex to. It just always, when you want to fire it, it doesn't fire well. It doesn't fire well. So I don't see why these. See what I mean? I don't see the flick gun to be the best idea. And of course, this guy kind of has a gun. I forgot what it does in the Avengers. And of course, the one and the only Captain America, the first Avenger. Just like Spider-Man, the mask is always part of the color molding. Just like Lego Spider-Man, the mask is part of the color molding instead of being a separate piece instead of being separate that we have with Lego Iron Man, which I might find a way to pick him up and review him. Of course, he has the shield. Of course, unlike most Marvel heroes, he has this shield which he could use for protection. Sometimes when you watch the first Captain America film, when he hurls the shield at someone, it just hits them in the air, something. And sometimes he just uses the shields for whamming. Sometimes he just uses the shields for whamming through things. Like this is a shield, and he just whams them with it, besides hurling it. And of course, his cycle, which is not used in the event, which of course you guys saw, it's not used in the Avengers film, but he did use his cycle in the Captain America First Avenger. You can technically put him on like this. You can have him like this. Of course, the way his legs are put in is not comparable to our regular cycle. That's because Lego is not good at that. Because of course I know Lego's not good at that thing since the old Lego motorcycles we had before. Even the old Lego motorcycles we had before. And the shield, of course, it's true that it has to be put on the front, as you heard on Lego Mation's review of the Marvel superheroes. So it has to be clipped on the back. But at least the back could technically protect him. For example, if he was driving and this guy was flying, at least it'll protect him from behind. Because say the shield's clipped on like this. This guy wants to shoot the motorcycle. You shoot it. Once it's shot, all he wants to do is destroy the motorcycle. But instead, take a closer look, and then boom, the missile bounces off, and then it will either hit through this guy, and then this guy's dead, and leaves this guy left. So at least it'll protect him from behind when he's trying to. Say that he's trying to chase Loki in a car, which of course you know what set it is to review. Iron Man chasing Loki in a car. Like this guy, that Captain America is trying to follow Iron Man, stop Loki and Hawkeye inside that car, and these guys is dispatched by Loki. He's trying to stop him. He tries to fire, but the shield could technically protect him from basic attacks. And the reason this guy cannot do it is because this is not actually a hovercraft at all. So this guy can't do it. If he does, all he has to do is drag this damn machine. All he has to do is drag this damn gun thing in order to chase Captain America. But it's gonna be a delay, and the villains won't win on that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review. Of course, this Marvel superheroes isn't the only thing. I'm also going to be doing one DC superhero thing after after this review. I'm going to be doing Iron Man chasing Loki in the car. They call Loki's Cosmic Cube. Of course, that cube is the Tesseract thing. After that review will then be the DC superheroes one where Lex Luthor is in that big vehicle, is in a big machine that destroys his Metropolis, and Superman and Wonder Woman are there to stop him. So I'll see you all later, and this is Tower Master 1888 signing off.